YouTube. Ferocious Mgtow here. Just leaving my my customer, and actually just ends up being a drop and swap, which is great. I love drop and swaps. So now I'm headed back to Chicago. So
in 0.2 miles, turn right on.
shut your goddamn mouth. So I'm headed back to Chicago. So I'm rolling in Kansas, right by. I thought I was going to Topeka, but I'm by Wichita, actually, Wichita, Kansas. And it was just a swap, a drop and swap. I love those. 30 minutes in and out. So hop, skip, and a jump to the highway, and then mostly highway driving back. I said I'll turn on the camera while it's still early, and talk to you guys. And I think today my talk is gonna cover what I perceive Mgtow to be. Okay, to me, you know, it's always been here. I think some guys have it confused, which is understandable. You know what I mean? This is probably new to a lot of guys, but we back in the olden times, the olden days, we used to just say bachelor. But when you look at what a bachelor was, it's what we call Mgtow today, just with more information and added terminology and verbiage and vernacular. But other than that, it's still the same thing as bachelorhood. You know, a bachelor usually had his own car, his own residence, his own money. He went where he wanted. He did what he wanted to do. He slept with whoever he wanted to sleep with or not sleep with. Sometimes he took a girlfriend for a few months. Sometimes he didn't. Sometimes he had friends with benefits. Sometimes he didn't. He just lived life according to how he saw fit. And that was the bachelor lifestyle. You know? That was the bachelor's lifestyle. So that's pretty much what Mgtow is. And I've been living the bachelor lifestyle, hell, right at almost 20 years, 18 years. I got divorced in 2002. So good. I know we all good at counting, because me and them mostly good at counting. That's 18 years. Now, I've had girlfriends in between. Most of them don't last no more than a year. That's when they start. Between 6 months to a year is when they start with the pressure. What are we doing? You start hearing those type of statements. What do we call this? What am I to you? You know? And at that time, the fun is gone. The thrill is gone, as they say. And when the thrill is gone, you just pack up and do what most nomads do. Move on. Sometimes you move on to another dip. And sometimes you just move on and just roam around. collect your thoughts. Do what you want to do. And that's sort of what I think it is. You know what I mean? To me, it's just that Mgtow has more verbiage and they have more knowledge of female nature, but the bachelorhood basically was intuitive. I don't think I knew about the red pill rage, and I didn't know about female nature to the degree that I know it now. I'm about to pass my stop, guys. Hold on. I caught it. Gotta pay the little freaking toll. But yeah, Kansas City, there we go. Going back to Chicago. But yeah, where was I at? Oh yeah, I didn't know about the red pill rage, and I know more about female nature now than I did during my bachelorhood days. And back then I didn't have a problem with dating single mothers, but I had learned not to take them seriously because my ex-wife was a single mother when I met her. Okay, her son was about, I want to say 2 years old when I met him. So she only had one child, and she was 23 and a half. So, I had 10 years on. I was 33. Or 9 years, something like that. 10 years I had on her. So the way I saw it was, hey, I'm still getting, fresh squeezed milk. She only got one kid. He's 2 years old. So, oh yeah, this is perfect. And that's kind of been my rule. I've slept with plenty of women that had multiple kids, multiple baby daddies, but you don't take those women seriously. You know what I mean? And sure, from time to time I will help them out because I just love kids. I'm not against kids. I love kids. You know what I mean? I went to college to be a teacher. Believe it or not, guys, I went to college to be a teacher. Never taught a day in my life because I realized they don't make enough. But yeah, I went to school to be a teacher. So, and my thinking was that we need more, black men in the school system to combat the female supremacy in the school systems throughout the country. Okay? So I was gonna be like a buffer and try to help some of the boys out and some of the girls. Because a lot of these kids don't have fathers in the home, so when do they get to see positive male role models? I got my coaching certificate, my substitute teaching certificate, and I was gonna coach and substitute. But man, I realized how much money these guys make, and it's like it's a waste of my time. I can't live on that. I'll have to go back to, I'll have to be a substitute teacher, a coach, and a drug dealer all at the same time in order to make it. You know what I mean? So, I'm on the right side of the law now, so it just don't make sense to me. So that's why I've always been an entrepreneur. This is like my fourth or fifth business. Okay? And I can't see doing nothing else. I'm gonna always be my own boss. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's what I deem Mgtow to be. You go your own way. whatever path that you deem to be your way, it may be different from another. And a fella, I can't even talk this morning. It might be different from another Mgtow's path, because we all have different experiences, but yet we all experience some of the same things when it comes to male disposability. You know, the fact that men are tools. We all experience that. Okay, some of us had a better childhood than others. Okay, some of us grew up in privilege. Some of us didn't. Some of us grew up in poverty. Some of us didn't. So whatever path you choose to go your own way, that's your path. There's no right or wrong in my estimation, as long as you're not letting the system just completely take advantage of you. As long as you're not out here being a complete simp. You know, if Mgtow give you some backbone and you still choose to date women, pump and dump them, you know what I mean? That's your path. If you choose to be a Mgtow monk, that's your path. Like I said in previous videos, I kind of go in between the two. Some years I'm a monk, some years I'm pumping and dumping. Some years I take a girlfriend. But I don't do it to be in love with women. Because remember, you got a choice. You either can love them or understand them. I choose to understand them, so I don't fall in love with them. I fall in lust, and I fall out of lust with them. So, and that usually takes between 6 months and a year. Sometimes it's only lasts a couple months. I've had a few girlfriends where it only lasted a couple months. But hey, when I reflect back, would I choose not to get in those relationships? Absolutely not. I would do everything the exact same way. I had fun for a couple months. Went out on dates. I like going out. I like going to restaurants, you know, and sampling different meals, and I like going to the movies. Well, I used to, you know. I like going to the parks, and I like being out and about. You know what I mean? That's just me. I do it by myself with no problem. I go to festivals in the summertime, you know what I mean? Definitely food festivals. And art festivals. I like art because I'm an artsy kind of guy. You know what I mean? Like I said, graphic design. Early on, I took architectural drafting and art classes. You know, I just kind of fell out of love with it because it got boring to me, but I still have an artsy background, you know what I mean? That's why, you know, I do the shirts and the masks, and I've always did these type of things. But yeah, that's what I think Mgtow is. It's whatever you deem is your way, other guys gotta respect it, you know? If guys choose not to deal with women, period, I respect it and I honor that. You know what I mean? I high five it. If guys choose to pump and dump, I high five that. If guys choose to get in a relationship and he seeks to understand and not to fall head over heels in love with her, I honor that. If guys are married and they're Mgtows, I can honor that. As long as the wife ain't running over you and you handing your wallet to her. You know what I mean? She know her role, you know your role, and y'all making it work. If that's what you're doing, that's what you're doing. Who am I to argue with that? Okay? So, to me, I think that is what going your own way means. Right? If you decide to go be a hermit, Mgtow hermit, I'm cool with that. You pick a plot of land in the middle, to like the middle of Kansas where I'm at now, where there's nothing at, and dig a hole and get in it. I'm cool with that. Okay? I'm celebrating whatever men are doing for themselves. Whatever they deem that makes them happy, that's what I'm about. I'm about men first. Okay? And I hate the fact that we hate on each other the way we do. You know, I know a lot of that comes from the blue pill side. You know what I mean? And what I do is I tend to just separate myself from them, because to me, it's a waste of good energy. We could be doing way more adventurous things than to be hating on other men, because other men are trying to live their life the best way they see fit. You know? I work extremely hard. I don't let women take advantage of me. I don't let them run me over. You know what I mean? I stand up to them. And I love to get my passport stamped and go all over the world visiting other cultures and sampling food and sampling the women. And I leave them right there in their countries and come back to my business. And I got at least 13 to 15 more countries on my bucket list. I definitely got to do the Far East. Hong Kong, maybe China. I don't know. They putting a bad taste in everybody's mouth. So maybe China, Hong Kong, Vietnam, Cambodia, Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, Taiwan, Japan. You know, I want to hit all of them up, but I want to hit them all up at once. So I might take, when the cruise ship industry open back up, I'm probably gonna book a 1 month trip to the Far East and just hit all up at once. I got about 10 more countries in Africa that I'm trying to hit. And in each one of these places I'm gonna sample everything in their culture. The food, the art, the historical sites, the women, the beaches, okay? Because you only live once, and I'm gonna experience it all. I've pretty much been handicapped, handcuffed behind my back with and 20-something years of child support. You know what I mean? And now I'm off of that legalized extortion. And now I get to do the things that I've always dreamt of. Okay? When I was a young man, I wanted to go all over the world. And I got sidetracked because I had no red pill men, no Mgtow men in my life to help me navigate all this fuckery. And that's the reason why I choose to have a channel and just come on here and talk about my experiences. I'm mid-50s, okay? Mid-50s. I work out religiously. Take all my vitamins, all my minerals, all my water, get plenty of sleep. I'm a vegetarian, 16 years in counting. The reason why I try to live what I call the straight edge lifestyle, I don't smoke, I don't drink, okay? And the reason why I live the straight edge lifestyle is because I have a lot of living to do. And I don't want to be on no synthetic medicines and walking with no cane and have all kind of aches and pains and chronic illnesses. I want to be able to go out and enjoy the rest of my life in good health and good spirits, and make the second half of my life the best half, because the first half was fucked up because nobody was there to point out the straight path, the red pill path, the Mgtow path. Nobody was able to point it out for me. So that's the reason why I choose to point it out for other men. And whatever path you choose in this journey, you can take from all the brothers. The hermits, the monks, the pumpers and dumpers, the ones that choose to get into relationships, the ones that's married, the ones that's divorced. Okay? Take from everybody and create the best version of yourself that you possibly can create. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm having more fun now than I did as a young man. I love seeing the country. I love being my own boss. I love getting my passport stamped, going to different lands, experiencing different cultures, different traditions, different languages, customs, food. I love it. I simply love it. And the fact that I was raised in the roughest neighborhood in Chicago, I have no fear nowhere I go. I feel I can deal with any situation that I find myself in. And the old saying goes, if you can make it on the west side of Chicago, you can make it anywhere. And I truly believe that. I'm pretty much the only one in my family, besides one other, that had left the country. And I'm definitely probably the only one that's been left the country multiple times. I've been out the country 5 times, and I got another trip coming soon. It'll be my 6th time. It'll be my 6th. And I don't know, depending on how the economy collapses. I was planning on booking a trip, which I may go ahead and still book it, to the Far East at the end of the year. I'm thinking if I book it now, but I don't know if the cruise line industry is going to collapse or what. Because they did have a cruise going there for 30 days, and they was going to hit, I think, at least 7 or 8 of those countries that I want to go to. So I may check that out and see if that's still an option. But yeah, I love the Mgtow bachelor lifestyle. I love it. You know what I mean? Live alone. And and I'm not opposed to marriage. I may get married again, but believe me, it won't be in America. It won't be in the West. That's for sure. It'll either be in Africa or somewhere in South America or somewhere in the Far East, Cambodia or something. Where I could go in the bush and pull a chick out of the bush. She ain't even gotta have, she ain't gotta never went to school. I got enough schooling for both of us. And the only reason why I'm not opposed to getting married again is because I feel deep down that I've been cheated of having a nuclear family. I feel cheated. I have not had a nuclear family even though I've been married twice, I still feel that I've been cheated out of a nuclear family. So, I never seen it growing up. I haven't experienced it myself. So, that's why I'm not opposed to getting married again. But one thing you can rest your hat on, it won't be in the West. I'm thinking either Colombia, any country in Africa, because the sisters are just killing the game on the continent. Or I'll go over to somewhere, Vietnam or Cambodia, Thailand. But that's what I consider the Mgtow lifestyle to be. Go whatever way you deem to be fit, but with your eyes wide open and knowing how deep the rabbit hole really does go. And I think if men meet in the middle, or meet right there at that opening, there won't be no problems with Mgtow. I watch everybody. I watch the monks. I'm subscribed to monks. I'm subscribed to Pumper and Dumpers. I'm subscribed to Mgtows that's married, red pill guys, a few PUA guys. I don't care, because I feel like everybody has something to contribute. The fact that I didn't have a father growing up, I feel like all these guys are, in a way, my fathers. Because I'm learning something from everybody. And I'm not ashamed to say that. I love the fact that I'm able to learn. Have Mgtow University. And I got thousands of professors. And I'm taking notes. And I'm taking quizzes, and I'm taking tests. I love it. This is the best time to be alive, if you ask me. I love being in the war. I love being a soldier. Okay? And we pretty much gotta leave something for the generations that's not here yet. Because these women gonna keep picking degenerates to have children with. And these boys and girls are gonna grow up in this fuckery. And when the boys go through the meat grinder that we call society, they're gonna be looking for answers. And that's where they're gonna find our videos, our vlogs. And they're gonna say, thank God that these men cared enough to leave a journal of their experiences for me to learn from. These younger men gonna truly appreciate the fact of our efforts. Because I ain't gonna even lie. I'm mid-50s and I appreciate everybody. I really do. Because my knowledge has increased tenfold in the last 18 years. So that's just some of the things that was crossing my mind this morning. That was inspired by a comment that I received, you know. And I thought it was a good comment because it inspired me to think of what does Mgtow mean to me? You know, what does it mean to you? What is your path? You know? It's probably different from mine, but both are valid. You know? Both are valid. It's starting to rain, guys. Starting to rain. It looks like I don't know. Can't tell which direction it's coming from. It is what it is. But yeah, guys, I appreciate all the Mgtows, all Save Yourself, Black Men, all the IGMORs, the PUAs. Everybody has something to contribute to this life. So I take from everybody. And it's making me the best version of myself that I could ever wish and hope for. And I'm going to continue my Mgtow education. I probably subscribe to hundreds of guys probably by now on my two accounts, or 3 accounts or whatever. Okay, and if I hear some stuff that I really don't agree with, just like water on a duck's back, I just let it roll off my back. Don't even think anything of it. I take away what I can use. I can take away what can benefit me, what can improve me, my outlook, what can up my education, what can up my intellect, and I use it to benefit my overall quality of life. So I appreciate all the Mgtows, all the monks, all the hermits. Everybody has something to contribute. It's okay, guys. That's what I wanted to come to you with today. I might come to you a little later. Just depends on if I find anything interesting in my studies today. But I hope you're able to get something out of what I shared with you all this morning. And hope you guys are staying safe. Hope everybody's well.